But a little bit of introduction. My name is Mrs. Wilkerson. I'm one of the teachers here at the high school, and I, along with the rest of my team, have been doing these Student of the Quarter celebrations each quarter this year. This is our final celebration for the 2022-2023 school year. We are so proud of all of these kids, and we are just so grateful that you guys took the time out of your busy Friday morning to come and celebrate your kids with us. Have you taken out the ones that aren't?
Yes.
Okay. All right, if everybody's ready, we're going to get started with Enoch. Enoch has been nominated by Mrs. Hauk. Come on up. Ask any educator and they will tell you that the toughest quarter of the school year is the third quarter. The weather, the content, the amount of time in school without a break, it can become wearisome for teachers and students alike. None of that seems to affect Enoch. However, as he shows up daily to my AP chemistry class with a smile on his face, always just a laugh away, and a determined attitude about learning, he fully engages doing the hard work that we do without complaint. I cannot express how admirable this is, and for those reasons, I wish to nominate Enoch as my Student of the Quarter for Spring 2023. Congratulations, Enoch. Good job. Next up is Elijah, nominated by Mr. Kurtz. Mr. Kurtz has this to say: I am always impressed by pure ability. Eli has shown great academic ability and a very sharp wit. I truly appreciate his personality and contribution to the class, although many times it is very quiet or communicated with a look. Thanks to Eli for being an island of excellence in his APES class. Congratulations. Broderick Campbell, nominated by Mr. Morrow. I would like to take the time to recognize Brody as an exceptional student at Speedway. Brody is a wonderful student who is always engaged and willing to participate in both AP Econ and AP Psychology. He is never afraid to answer questions and participate in the classroom learning. He's willing to answer when no one else is willing, and it's my pleasure to nominate and recognize him as my Student of the Quarter. Good job. Amber Chaplin, nominated by Mrs. Modisett. This year, I've had the pleasure of having Amber in my ceramics class. From the beginning, it was evident that she demonstrates acute attention to detail and has a keen eye for craftsmanship. She works quickly and effectively while embedding a piece of herself in each and every project that she encounters. Ceramics comes naturally for her, and she continually surprises me. I'm excited to see Amber continue to flourish in her work. Good job. Alistair, nominated by Mrs. Franklin Toon. Alistair is my super participator in period 4. I can always count on him to start the class off with the word of the day sentence. He's quick to answer questions when I inquire and to lead his group in a discussion. I'm very proud of his efforts. I'm most impressed by his involvement in everything under the sun. He is a member of the band, swim team, track team, academic team, and the musical. He's also very active with Boy Scouts and 4-H. He will be traveling over spring break to survive on an island. When he isn't busy with all of his other activities, he is home helping around the Kurtz farm. He gets up early to help out there. Next, he works all day at school. Then he goes to one or more of his after-school activities and heads home for more work on the farm. Great job, Alistair. Macy Franklin is recognized by Mr. Clampett. I'll go ahead and start with all the things typical of the Student of the Quarter nominations: intelligent, hardworking, dedicated to academic excellence, and a pleasure to have in class. You get the picture. But Macy is so much more. She might be a bit of a chatterbox, but that chatter is funny and witty and clever. Just the other day, our banter, all in good fun of course, mocked each other's passions. She rolled her eyes at football, and I did the same in regards to all that theater business. I know, however, that she's cheering for the Sparkplugs to win on Friday nights, just like I'm rooting for her to be the star of every show. And when she's famous one day, I hope she remembers who first nominated her for the Student of the Quarter, one of her biggest fans. Daniella Galvez? Lynnette? All right. Lynnette Fuentes, nominated by Mrs. Flume and Mr. Brown. So I've got two to read about you. Mrs. Flume has this to say to you. Lynnette is a great student who not only works really hard, but also helps the students around her. She also isn't afraid to ask for help when she needs it, which is rare. Lynnette is a student who is always on task and assisting others to do the same. And then Mr. Brown, her math teacher, says, "You are simply a pleasure to have in class. You are an excellent student, consistently getting the highest test scores in her class. Your hard work and focus is evident in the work that you do. It's all outstanding. You also help several English language learners in the class with their notes and assignments as well. This is tremendous help to me because I am not multilingual. This increases your understanding of the material while helping me and your classmates. Thank you, Lynnette. Keep up the good work." I've got your certificates. Daniella Galvez, nominated by Mr. Borum. Daniella epitomizes the Student of the Quarter. Daniella is respectful, kind, hardworking, and involved. She is a student athlete who has demonstrated commitment and dedication in both the classroom and on the field. Daniella exhibits a quiet confidence coupled with sincere and genuine humility. In all my interactions with this young lady, Daniella has always been positive, polite, thoughtful, and considerate. Daniella, as you pursue your life goals, never lose your passion, well-roundedness, and sincere disposition. And in the words of Winston Churchill, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Good job. Isabel, she's got two, also was nominated twice, both by Mrs. Lewis Hitch and Mr. Murley. Mrs. Lewis Hitch has this to say about Isabel. Isabel was born in Venezuela and came to the United States in October of last year. From her first day at Speedway High School, we knew she was exceptional. During her first week in an American school, we witnessed her helping other students in her classes when they didn't understand something or needed more support. Isabel leads by example, showing other students the right way to do things. She always comes to school ready to learn and currently has straight A's. I have a feeling that's exactly where her grades will stay until she graduates. Thank you, Isabel, for being one of the main reasons I look forward to coming to school every day. You are truly special. And Mr. Murley, Isabel always strives to do her best. No matter what the challenge is, she is ready to meet it with full effort. Her improvement in English has been outstanding. She is always willing to put herself in tough situations and continues to challenge herself daily. Congratulations. I have two nominations by Mrs. Ackerman. First is Evelyn Hinshaw, and then we'll do Kayla Reeves. Mrs. Ackerman has this to say about Evelyn. Evelyn may be a quiet voice, but her entrepreneurial mindset is undeniable. She has the heart, mind, and determination of an excellent entrepreneur. This is my first year having Evelyn in class, but I knew from the beginning that she would be successful. Evelyn and her partner deserve this award because of their work ethic. They don't need reminders to start working. They come into class every morning with a goal and immediately begin working to accomplish it. I am beyond impressed with Evelyn and cannot wait to see all that she accomplishes in my class. Good job. Kayla? Kayla has the heart, mind, and determination of an excellent entrepreneur. From the first week of class, her motivation to be successful was evident. The business she and her partner have established is not only one that has already proven to be successful, but also something that is impacting the world around us. Kayla and her partner deserve this award because of their work ethic. They do not need reminders to start working. They come into class every morning and work hard, it is because of that mindset that they have already been successful. I am beyond impressed with Kayla and cannot wait to see what she accomplishes in my class. Ta-da! Recognized by Mr. Noren. Da and I were talking the other day, and I remarked how amazing it is that she ended up here in Speedway, since her life could have taken any number of paths when she left the refugee camp in Thailand all those years ago. And I am so lucky to have met her because she is such a wonderful person, in addition to being an incredibly focused, hardworking student. I have known Da since her sophomore year, and even way back then, I was struck by how awesome of a person and a student she was. I wrote her parents a little letter that I told Da to bring home and read to them, but since she's so modest, I don't think she ever actually showed it to them. Back then, in 2020, I wrote, Da always turns in some of the best work in our class, and her attitude is always positive and friendly. I can honestly say that Da makes my every day in period 7 a little brighter with her presence. Well, now it's period 3, but the sentiment still stands. She truly makes my class and my entire day better by being so kind and working so hard. She inspires me to do better in my own life, and very rarely does a student have that kind of impact on me. She's the best. Brayden Lawrence, nominated by Mrs. Murley. Brayden is awesome. He works hard and has shown remarkable growth as a student and as a person since I first met him a few years ago. He's motivated to do well and is always willing to help others. He has a bright personality and is considerate of those around him. His independence is noteworthy as he is maturing into a sharp young man with a promising future as a spark plug. Brayden, thank you for being you. Sir A. Sir A. Lur is a dedicated and disciplined, hardworking young woman. She does an excellent job of working through material she doesn't understand, asking thoughtful questions, and reaches a level of mastery that her peers should strive to match. She is more than deserving of this recognition. From Mr. Wills. Miguel Lopez was nominated by our assistant principal, Mr. Day. Miguel has been a joy to get to know in my first 2 years at Speedway High School. While Miguel is often quiet as he goes about his day, he has a wonderful sense of humor and a love for great music. I look forward to starting many of my days having a conversation with him as we greet students to the start of another day. Each time I encounter him throughout the day, he is always pleasant and always taking care of business. Miguel plays a key role in the success of Speedway High School's food pantry as he serves to take care of his community. Thanks for being an outstanding young man and for all of your positive contributions to Speedway High School, Miguel. Cameron Lowe, nominated by Senora Aguiar. This is what she has to say. Cameron is spicy. The good kind of spice that makes you eat more vegetables and sneak a few extra packets into your purse before leaving a restaurant. She laughs big, unabashedly answers questions characters' motivations, whispers answers to teammates, and gets frustrated when you don't call on her, even though she knows the answer. Cameron is not here today because she colors inside the lines. She's here because she creates lines for others to color in. In class, Cammie is smart. She asks the right questions, volunteers answers, and can explain challenging concepts well. I'm continually impressed by her ability to recall words in Spanish that she's only heard a few times. Outside the classroom, she's a leader. She's the only freshman on our SAGE leadership team, and she was the driving force behind our Valentine's Day fundraiser. She takes initiative, synthesizes other ideas well, and isn't afraid to put in the hard work to accomplish her goals. I'm very proud of Cameron Lowe, and I'm honored to bear witness to her many accomplishments. Good job. Ezekiel, nominated by our principal, Mr. Claiborne. Ezekiel brings his best each day, and Speedway High School is better for it. On the football field, wrestling at a tough weight class against upperclassmen, And in our halls and classrooms, he is not afraid to take a chance, even when the challenge is great and the risk of success is slim. He learns from his experiences and comes back just as positive and even better prepared. His sophomore schedule reflects his ability and his attitude, earning all A's in his AP and honors classes. He is kind to everyone he meets and earns the respect of his peers and teachers. Congratulations on a great 2 years as a spark plug, and I know you will step up and be a leader in our school for the next 2. Good job. Braden Polk was nominated by Mrs. Tepp. Braden is completely deserving of the Student of the Quarter in Algebra 2. He's consistently been one of my top students the entire year. His work is almost always perfect, and he's diligent about checking it and striving to understand any errors on assignments. One of the things that has made him stand out in my class this year is his willingness to help other students and explain the material to them. In doing so, he strengthened his own mastery of the material and gained the confidence to take on an honors challenge for his next math class in the fall, pre-calculus. Keep up the hard work, Braden. It will take you far. Ashley Portillo, nominated by Ms. Keevy. I am proud to nominate Ashley as my Student of the Quarter. Success is not only measured by test grades, but also by growth in mindset, attitude, and focus toward academics, peers, and teachers. Today, I want to celebrate Ashley's growth in character and attitude toward her academics. I first had Ashley as a student in PE last year, and she seemed more interested in the social aspect and disinterested in creating academic goals. However, this year, Ashley seems to have done a 180. In my 5th period health class, she has taken ownership of her learning and grades. We have had some raw and vulnerable moments where I have gotten to know who Ashley is as a person a little better. Her openness has allowed some insight into some adversities she has faced in the past. Although these challenges and obstacles are still present, she has chosen to rise above them and stay focused on the person she wants to become. Ashley has also shown a kindness and patience with the Level 1 English learners in her class period, and I honestly don't know what I would do without her. She gets up and helps the students as if she was a paraprofessional and quietly helps translate to others while I'm teaching. Ashley even redirects students when she knows they're talking off topic during group work. Additionally, I get to see her beautiful smile, and other teachers have recognized this growth and joy in her as well. I'm excited to see how she continues to shine, thrive, and find herself throughout her next 2 years at Speedway High School. Ashley, you have chosen greatness over mediocrity, and I am so proud of your growth and character. Keep it up. Paige Powell was nominated by Mr. Taylor. Every day, Paige comes into my classroom with a smile and a positive attitude. Every day, Paige is completely focused on the class and on getting better. Every day, Paige works incredibly hard on everything she does. Paige is consistent with her attitude, her attention, and her focus. Her strong performance in my AP Lang and Composition class and her excellent abilities in writing and analysis are a result of her friendly, positive attitude, her smile, and her work ethic. Congrats, Paige, on being Student of the Quarter. You are a pleasure to have in class, and I am always impressed with your consistency, your performance, and your upbeat, positive attitude. Molly Price is nominated by Mr. Dunphy. In the past year, Molly has been able to shine as a leader. She has organized several family coding nights for elementary students to help spark their interest in computer science. She has been in attendance at these events. She has seen attendance at these events grow from 2 at the first event in the fall to 24 at our most recent event. She has also undertaken the idea of planning a week-long summer coding camp for those students. If you ever need to find her, she's probably in my classroom doing something related to computer science. For a second year, the National Center for Women in Technology recognized Molly's passion for increasing interest in computer science by awarding her the Rising Star Award. The effect of Molly's tremendous efforts to help establish computer science in Speedway will continue to be felt long after she graduates. She truly has been a leader at Speedway High School. Congratulations. America was nominated by Mr. Roseborough. I selected her for my third 9-week student of the quarter in my architectural drafting and design class. She can always be counted on to enter the room appropriately and immediately get to work. She also stays on top of her assignments in class. The projects she turns in are always exceptional. At times when she's ahead of the others in class, she can even be found working on other assignments or lending a helping hand to others. She does all of these things by quietly going about her business, but I want her to know that her commitment to being a good student is noticed and appreciated. Thank you. Presley Sears, nominated by Mr. Bennett. It gives me great pleasure to nominate Presley Sears as my student of the quarter. Presley first caught my attention his freshman year when he would help me clean up the lunchroom, which was in the wrestling room during COVID. Presley has developed into an excellent student, and his musical talents are tremendous. In the most recent ISMA Vocal State, he received a gold rating with distinction. According to Mrs. Mole, that means he was 1 point away from a perfect score on a song that had to be picked from a list that ISMA provides. He also recently sang the national anthem at the State of the Town. He continues to give back to the school by singing with the jazz band. And finally, he has taken on the role of Scarecrow in the upcoming production of The Wizard of Oz. Ah, if he only had a brain. Congratulations. John Starzyk is recognized by Mr. Dorman. Creating a legacy. It's the theme of our yearbook, and it's also the mission of John Starzyk this semester. As a member of our student media team, I have tasked John with helping us create an all-school sports record book. While for some sports, records are cut and dry, for other sports, our historical records are more complex. So for the third grading period, John has spent each day dutifully working through historical records from our yearbook and from our coaching staff to begin framing the story to help create a sports legacy. John is a member of my Period 2 team, and I've enjoyed watching him embrace this project. He is very knowledgeable about many of the sports topics, and as a result, we can dig a little deeper to learn more about this aspect of our school's sports history. I appreciate John's willingness to do the little things with a goal of creating something very substantial. John is a great individual and an integral part of our larger media team. I appreciate all that he does to make Speedway a great school. Congratulations, John. Avispa, nominated by Mr. Hurston. Avispa has consistently maintained a 100% or more in pre-AP biology. She comes to class every day with an upbeat, positive attitude and an eagerness to learn. Her natural curiosity for science shines through her meticulous lab work and the questions she will often bring up to me during and after class. She has exceptional motivation to excel in my very challenging class, and I am confident that she will continue to excel throughout the rest of her time here at Speedway. I'm looking forward to her taking many science classes while she's here and perhaps pursuing a STEM career outside of high school. STEM careers need talented women like Avispa. Congratulations. Destiny Thompson, nominated by Mrs. Malloy. Destiny is one of my best students in English 10, and I'm incredibly proud of her hard work and determination at school this year. Each day in class, she's attentive and will often volunteer to share her thoughts and answer questions about the material. When Destiny needs help, she doesn't hesitate to ask, which results in her classwork always being done well and turned in on time. And not only is Destiny a wonderful student, she's a wonderful person as well. She is kind and respectful, and because of that, she shares in class discussions and writing assignments. I see that Destiny cares deeply about those people who are close to her. I wish Destiny continued success here at Speedway High School and in all of her future endeavors. Good job. Lilly Wade, nominated by Mr. Todd. Lilly Wade is a mature and thoughtful scholar. Lilly comes to every AP Government class prepared and ready to learn. She has scored well on every mock exam and has been a quiet leader in the class and will give advice when asked by a peer. Lilly doesn't readily volunteer during class discussions. However, she is always willing to answer questions during cold calls by this writer. Most impressively, she wins almost every Kahoot and Quizlet AP Government review game in class. Lilly's wit and focus make her an asset to any learning environment. Congratulations. And Olivia, nominated by Mrs. Duran. I choose Olivia as the outstanding algebra student for the third quarter. Olivia is devoted to being an outstanding algebra student. She shows this in her incredible work ethic, always striving to be perfect in her math steps and explanations. She asks great questions to improve her abilities and understanding. Her quiet disposition and humbleness are two qualities that I really appreciate about Olivia. While she could be boastful in earning an A on every test she's taken this year, she chooses to humbly smile and internally celebrate her hard work. Olivia, you are an outstanding person and student. Congratulations. As you can see, we have phenomenal students here at Speedway High School, and we are so grateful for you, their families, sharing them with us. Thank you for raising such delightful students and for coming this morning to celebrate them. I'd like to thank Coach Nyland and Mrs. Modisette and Mr. Dorman for all working so hard to get today ready to go, and also our wonderful cafeteria manager, Claudia, and Ryan for the wonderful breakfast that's out in the hallway. Please help yourself and enjoy the rest of your day.